Okay. Warning, even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, Vampyr sometimes takes liberties in establishing possible links between scientific theories, supernatural creatures, or real purposes. Words, do not try to cure any disease or any of the recipes shown in the video game, and no rats were harmed during the making of this game. The Vampyr team. Welcome to Vampyr! This is a blind playthrough because I don't know anything about this game. I have intentionally avoided this game. Vampyr every action you take can have consequences. Game uses an autosave system. Whenever the symbol plays, this icon is displayed. Take responsibility for your actions. I hate that. I hate that it's starting in the middle one. Like, don't do that, please. Top one. Let's check the audio. Oh, well, not the audio. Brightness. Yes. Yeah, go over that. Gameplay. Yeah, put that on. Auto lock. We'll keep that on for now, but I don't know when what will happen. Masters, cinematic. Sure. Name of speaker? Oh, who's speaking? Okay, I actually really like that feature. Now we'll let that there. Alright, weird that this is like a PC type of thing where you can just scroll around. Alright, new game. In this game, difficulty is tied to your actions, so the more lives you take, the easier the game will be. Okay. So of course we'll try and not take any lives then. Try, but we don't know. Vampyr.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
An undead body?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was
Religion.
believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution.
Okay.
A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Man, it looks like we were like covered in a plague area. Oh my god! He's really struggling to get up, isn't he? Look at the blood trail. There's going to be like infamous First Blood, where you do, like in the start of the game, you just kill a person, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Wow, it won't actually let us. Is me? Yep, no choice.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary!
Bloody Mary.
Hold on! Please, hold on!
He's already dead. Too late.
Mary. Mary. No. No.
Just like Cole, just kill, well, the difference with Cole was just randomly killed someone. But this one is, he killed his sister, huh? You foul beast!
No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Just to explain? You did kill her?
These patrols are after me. No! No! Don't shoot!
Please. Oh wow, it's got
This is a
dodge,
nightmare.
but we must
I
run.
need to get out of here.
Please. We must escape into the night. Is there a ladder there?
This
But
can't be happening.
whatever.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
I mean, you no harm. You just killed your sister.
What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Killed her.
What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Permanent the attack.
Now, I can defend myself.
If you choose to.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Could I have ran past this? Oh well, too late. Maybe I could have
Who
run
are you?
past him.
Stupid beast!
Over there! There's one of them
No,
vermin!
please, stop!
Maybe I am supposed to kill him.
you?
Christ! He's dead!
What do you want?
What do you want from me? I just lost my sister. Because you killed her.
Sorry.
What's your point? So... Okay, yeah, I was supposed to kill them, so... You can't skip people.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech!
You really have no
Please.
bullets?
Listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's...
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun
Your damage and
feels like it's burning me to the bone.
reduce your maximum health grasp. Yeah, I know. I like how he uses a machete, like that's actually
I need
such
to
a...
find somewhere to hide.
Right now!
Let me go! I need to find shelter.
Okay.
Is anybody there?
Will anybody please let me live here? For a cuppa?
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Okay. Oh my god! Oh, sorry about that. We'll just need to wait until this. And we'll check. Ah, your face is all fucked up.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I
You
still have
out of
rent to
your
pay.
mind?
He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
I mean, I'll be honest. Fair enough. Like, I was dead. So, if my family didn't take my possessions on me, feel free. Unless they killed me, then it's fucked up. Another one of these. Mary.
Brother, what have you done?
Got blood from your neck.
Mary! Mary!
I mean, that
Mary.
just happened, so...
I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Okay. Shillings? Fire and sun, new collectibles. Oh, you can have a gun. Was this collectibles I just picked up? Whatever. We won't go through there. We'll check upstairs. Someone wasn't very happy with their reflection. Remember that guy that bit you in the neck?
For the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as gold.
Who goes there?
Why?
Who's there? Are you referring to me?
Oh my god, you bit my jackass.
No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
I have to suck the blood out of more family relatives. I'll take this. Medicine. Okay, good. I thought he was going to drink from him. Welcome to the stream. I love that as like a revolver.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Evacuate. I love these like
Done.
very low budget
He'll live.
indie cutscenes.
And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Wow. So he was like literally willing to murder. Some doctor that is.
It never got easy.
Never. Even though it is easy, because all you have to do is just bang bang, and then they're dead. Yeah, can I see the fucking revolver? Okay, thank you. Used revolver. British troops as a standard sidearm. Common trigger part. I can upgrade? Yeah, I can. Oh, firearms. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh, bloody diary. 15th of October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine. Some men brought in by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th of October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed and there's more jobs nearby. 19th of October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs and no trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. That's not even an English accent, I'm just doing Irish. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow, but so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th of October, same date. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She is so frail now it makes me cry. She said she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect from looters. 21st of October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass graves. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies days and nights to the giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refused to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? 22nd October. Becky just attacked me. She jumped up on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I could hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd of October. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door asking for my help, begging me to let her in, but I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It will not be long. I pray to God it will end soon. 24th of October. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was painting like a dog. Look at me without moving, just following me around and in the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. October. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky's dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon. Oh, you can actually go to sleep?
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all.
It is scientifically ridiculous.
That's it. So be it.
You're gonna shoot yourself? Okay, game over. Ah, you're not even shitting yourself in the head.
Rational thinking only.
No. Do I get an option? We're gonna let it play out. Okay, we'll count to 10. If it doesn't change, then clearly we need to shoot ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Forced to shoot ourselves. Vampire. Yeah, look, you didn't kill yourself, eh? Great job, idiot. That's why you shoot yourself in the head. Oh my god, the blood! It's still here.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
What's the real?
As mad as the moon. Obtains blinding sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Oh, what? How you do it best to let you evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampire skills. Begin by selecting the available skill autography. Bring your own blood to heal normal and group damage instantly. It's a bit dumb, but you know what? I'll take it. You've leveled up and feel stronger! Yay! You have enough XP to unlock an aggressive skill. Claws, close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. You throw a spearman and blood can pass through enemies. Oh, that sounds sick. Place a critical shot at the target feet of yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. The vampire wields their blood and throws it like a spear's power. Can take time to charge, but its deadly effect damage in close range. Powerful supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. If you cannot avoid the bloodsucker's attack, try to keep your mouth closed. Now select confirm to save your choices.
That voice in my head.
Conduct research
I'm not
on
mad, then
my new condition.
it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand.
Okay, night is here again in London now. Something near the ice end. I suppose don't this part of town knows someone is killing people here, murdering them, butchering them, drinking their blood, making them like him. What happened to me? Poor Miriam, poor sister. I must follow the blood trail, find answers. So maybe we should start by gathering info about what happened to the place while I was away, and then I'll find who does see, who made me what I am now.
What I have become.
Okay. What? Oh, Granny's gone.
Where is it? It's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Yes, you do.
Here's the leech. Here!
Why are you calling me a leech?
My head's spinning.
And I love it. It's making me go crazy.
Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
Fucking. Man, they really are just the Bloodborne voice actors, aren't they? They're like, that beast. Oh, hello. Your steak. When we can be pressed by triangle, they have attacks, special effects, you consume stamina. Shelter key. Oh, is that upstairs?
It's locked.
It's fucking locked. I can't believe it. Yeah, what is this? Fucking blood vision?
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
There's one of them.
Background user stay inflict stun
Die,
damage.
vermin!
Oh wow. This acts to better stun anybody and then blood use skills.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
I'm enjoying it. Enjoying taking all this blood. Okay, get
I
out.
cannot enter.
This one stinks already.
That's the leech, boys!
This shouldn't be fast. Sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
I've only started, for God's sake, and I've already glitched the game. Like, literally, it's the fucking beginning of the game and it's already glitched. Awesome. Oh well. Huh.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
I actually love this dash, man.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Yes, you are not. In fact, you're like quite awesome now, because you know, other than the fact that you can't go in the sun, this part's awesome. Stable. It's stable? What does that mean? Your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks and help brave the lads at the front. Cool.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Oh, you can do that,
I
rat!
can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, exactly, neither can I. There's a rat.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
It's fucking locked, I hate it. Why does everything have to be locked? Oh. Yeah.
Dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right.
It's locked.
Oh, how many times is he going to say that, I wonder, in this game? Everything is locked. Come here, rat.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, you do.
What will London have to say to me?
That you are a monster that is sucking the blood out of people.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Oh wow, I can't teleport now. Why can't I teleport? Because cutscene.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Hello. Oh well, since it's dead, you destroyed its blood. Show me your beautiful face.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Maybe. Could also not.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
I actually can't, like, warp anymore. And I also can't attack either. Okay. Well, I could do that, or I could go the optional route, which is the route over here. Which I think I'll go do that then.
This is a slaughterhouse.
It is.
It's locked.
Where's the key? Who knows?
It's locked.
Yes, I understand that it's locked, okay? You don't have to tell me. I know when the fucking thing is locked. Check up here. Just explore everywhere. Oh, hello. Screws in Greece. Can vampires swim? City, you! Life saved by efficient medical aids, the blow struck at the fluent volunteers and the difference.
I cannot enter.
It is locked. It is impossible to enter. Oh.
There's nobody here.
Well, isn't that lucky?
There is no one in sight. Where has everyone gone?
Yeah, that is a curious question. What is that? Oh, it's a wee rat. No idea it was available in this district. Check your map to locate it. And where is this? And here? Oh, okay, so these places are how you do. Here you can spend your XP, rest of craft items. Handle part and trigger part. Okay. On our workbench you can craft medical treatments to help heal with 6 sentences, serum to boost your cell weapons to upgrade and customize. I have none of that. And I don't have enough for this. What is this? You'd resell this item to recycle components. Why not? Still have enough. Alright. I've not even used the gun though. Oh, is that all that was up here? Torn off page from a diary. For looking away when they mock my colour, I hate myself for crying like a girl when they insult me. I hate myself for swearing like a boy when they're gone. I hate myself for hating my parents. I hate myself for smiling when customers call me sad Brina. I hate myself for never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel. I hate myself. No hint. You just saw the hint. It reveals a secret about the citizen or someone related to them. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. Quite for XP you earn if you feed on this citizen. Okay. The blood quality bar indicates the XP not continues to increase. So there's 4 hints in total. But we're gonna try and not kill citizens.
It's locked, all right.
Oh my god. Everything's locked. And I hate that I can't, like, dash for some reason. Like, why have they taken away my ability to dash?
That's strange. The trail is very erratic. As if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Alright. The dinner under the bar, what's going on around here?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Sewer dog?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Is it right?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Sure.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Okay.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
The sewer dog.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Right.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
That's true, fair enough.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite.
You said he was rich?
Professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Does that mean fighting or a lot of homosexuality?
Hello, sir. Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
I love that it's the
Authorities doing
Spanish
anything?
flu.
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now.
Well, I believe that
it's
is
gotten
what
really hard to
happened
travel across town.
in the past, is that Spanish people came over and
The murders.
fucked up
What
a
can
lot
you
of
say
people
about
because of it.
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
He's got a lot of balls.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Okay.
What is this place?
This is
What
the-
is this place?
Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Sabrina!
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
Right.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Okay, so he's upstairs somewhere, apparently. Oh, wow! Has everybody got this?
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming.
He's fragile. He's healthy. Healthy. And I wouldn't get much blood from him. However, that the relation? Yeah, social circle. Okay. The thing is, I wouldn't actually kill these people. Can I just go back here, or do I get kicked out?
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
It's locked.
Prevent the man on the second floor of the turquoise turtle. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to kill any civilians though.
Priwen has several patrols roaming the area.
Do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain?
Oh?
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Say it, the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
So yeah, the Bibble is beating us. I never liked that part of vampires, the whole cross thing. I always thought that was a bit dumb.
And who might you be?
Damn it. Dr. Edgar Swansea. 6,000 experience.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
That is?
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact,
don't say
killing
he's
them,
molesting them.
biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
The sewer dog.
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Okay.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Wow.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
Because you said open
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Okay. Interrogate the locals.
Go hunt your shadow.
Alright. I wonder if you said like I'll end him, that's when he'd be willing to help. I'm not gonna interrogate the locals.
I cannot enter.
I don't want to hurt them.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here
As
tonight.
far away from this place as I can.
Someone must know something.
Is there like... Oh.
Damn it.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop.
Right.
He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. My God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
They come from the sewer?
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why
it
keep
sounds
it a
like he
secret?
became a vampire.
Why not
recently,
tell
then.
me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Thank you.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Is Robert getting forced certain real information thanks to a hint you've discovered?
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Okay.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Right.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the cannon factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
And secretly he's the killer?
How was he tonight?
Or he was just a victim?
Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
So he was going to actually bite you then? Oh, what's this? Okay.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
I demand
Try his
answers.
boats. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick, bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Alright.
I will get to the bottom of this
Britain's working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kind of trades. Enroll today as war munition volunteers support the men in front of plentiful supply of munitions. You will not suffer by just getting factory and feed the firing line.
What's been done to me? To this city?
There's the blood trail. Oh God, is he dead?
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
There's a note.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. What's this? Some sort of note.
Give me this note. I must read. 3rd of October from G. McGullum to Doc Patrols. Multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning, according to recent vampires. I had it muted. Great, I had my mic muted. Fucking amazing. Okay, 3rd of October from G. McMullen, Dock Patrols. Object, multiple deaths in the dock region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate this beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we marked Lennon as part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first. Old houses, basements, sewers, warehouses. Destroy the lich, my brothers!
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Can I not just teleport over there then? Yeah! Oh? I've seen something there. So one of these things are...
It's locked.
Die, foolish mortal. Equip and range weapon, fight both standard, dance, and dance.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
How do I use a gun? Do I not have it, like, equipped? Oh!
I cannot enter.
Oh wow.
And find it fast. Fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
Best be on your... Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Thank you.
It's locked, all right.
Everything's fucking locked in this game. It's like a horror game, but without the horror. Read the spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. Physical melee, orange and gates are medium resistant to... Okay.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them! Fuck, it's fast!
Follow the blood trail from the pier. Right.
I like their streets when you burn them alive. It ain't humans! Kill it!
So does this heal me then? That... Oh, I picked up more bullets. That's cool.
I said stay away!
I said die. More bullets and powder.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Oh my god! Yeah, that was the first time using this. Rats and hideouts, rats are locating your hideouts using relocate them.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It's so filthy! Oh wait, that's the right way.
I cannot enter.
Huh? No, it just says unknown. Oh well.
It's locked, all right. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I have the biggest erection from it. I'll not betray you first. Two-handed weapons. Safe!
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
So, can I equip that to the main hand then?
I cannot enter. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Does?
Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and
This
dearest
creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Hello, William. Oh wow. The combat in
vessel
this.
600500 BCA Tuscan Ceramics.
Oh yeah, man. Welcome to the stream. The Lord is my shepherd. Use bludgeon. Check on the victim. We just killed William Bishop.
William was an honourable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my
still
flock.
alive,
They stray
really?
without me.
Well, he is a vampire. Oh my god!
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait.
Nope.
You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Sure, did. Saved us from getting gobble-smobbled. Now the priest is dead, isn't he? Or not? Ah, we're gonna go
George
kill
and
him
the
then.
Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention.
Yeah, he
We'll see
drank
he gets
a
to the
bit
nearest
too
hospital.
much.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Okay. Doing some detective shit then. What about that box?
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Blood sample 1, Bishop, fresh sample with blood in a small tube. Okay.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
I'm glad that they actually give me time to like scout this area and pick up items that I might have missed. Because you're too busy fighting to
It's
really
locked.
notice. Door won't open from this side, only the other side. He's alive. Up here? Nope. Okay. On to the main story then. Oh wow, we're not skipping this. This is actually like a real scene. And unlike most games, it's not giving me the option to skip it.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Okay.
Well, London is
enough for
peaceful
me,
as she
then?
appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science.
Oh,
A
great.
physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Why are we stopped?
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother.
No, you weren't.
But alas, that was
you were
before
looking for your
contracting this
murderer.
Affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Yes.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Quite weird, because you were a bit of a cunt to me before. But all of a sudden, you want to be my best friend now. Besties for life now.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Great news. Oh wow, he actually did change my clothes.
Oh, Doctor,
nice.
What a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
It feels like
oh, yes.
This is a terrible idea for a vampire. Especially when he's
here
an
at
expert
Pembroke,
at this.
It's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship is in sync. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Right. Alright, now I get to explore. Or...
I cannot enter.
He's gonna say that so many times.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Right. Oh, it's healthy. So, last district was stable.
You can do better than that. Nah. It's my turn.
Oh my god, he's stabbing him?
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river. Dry it all.
Drink at the river?
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Alright. The other blood engages how much as you obtain higher the blood quite and more XP. To drink the blood of the plague, you first need to memorize them to the limit of sight from others. Level must be equal or higher than the citizen's distance. Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
I would rather not. I would rather take him to the doctors. Because even though he did kill that guy, he's still a citizen. Oh, straight up, can I not save this guy? Alright, I guess I'm forced to kill this guy. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. It looks like he's just constantly rubbing the guy's back. He's like, yep, that's how you do it. To embrace Clay Cox or to release him, basically will provide a mass XP, but beware that there will be consequences. No more but citizen click. No, I'll release you.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
What happened? Whoa, I feel giddy.
There we go. So I'm glad that they give you the choice.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
I don't know. I mean, there's some pretty easy stuff to do here. Might as well go back to see if there's anything. No, there wasn't. I love the setting of this. It's very Dishonored 1. Even though, well, actually I do like Dishonored 1. Dishonored 2 is where I just kind of didn't like it anymore. Hello.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
It is, sort of. I mean, it's not the future.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Okay. Healthy. Details. Yeah, don't mesmerize. Hint required, hint required, hint required.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Right.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most?
Recruiting vampires?
Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Sounds like a good guy. Coronary tips.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Right. No problem then. More hints are required.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an
I think there was a
invisible
second
enemy,
option I could have
more
chose
lethal
here.
than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Right.
Come on, I don't have all night.
Glass fail. It's like a big medical fort. Small bottles. Nah, you can wait. I'm exploring. Influenza, frequently common with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Right. Not anybody on the desk. Oh wow, there's a lot more. Yeah, the guns went gone. Can I get blood back from these things? Oh cool, I do. Get off me. Okay. That was actually quite a lot of health for like just doing nothing. No, come on. Your dark vision. Another rogue scout. Quite a lot of them there. It's fucking a bit annoying that I need. No, it's still got to equip, so it should just be. Yeah, it's this. Oh wow, he can parry me? Blood quality. These are. Oh, that's the hospital. Okay.
It's locked.
Of course it is. There's so much to explore here. Like, Jesus Christ. I hear more of them. Greasing screws.
It's locked, all right.
Right, so this is where I fought those guys. Photograph of a smiling little couple, a few words written back. Mitten and Pippa forever. New investigation? What does that mean? Take me to a hospital. Can I not just midnight in the garden? Succeeded. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there's a side quest thing going on here. Because, you know, I would like that. Bring back the wallet to its owner. Okay, there we go. I really like all these screens.
It's locked.
What? Oh, wow. They are really high level. Yeah, I think I'll just come back here later. You know, that's my understanding of, hey, don't go here yet. You're gonna get murdered. Hey!
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Oh.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I have a few questions for you.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
How is Mr. Hampton?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Where is my room?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Right.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
I see. He does not want woman.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes.
Oh, wow.
We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippets, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now.
A vampire?
Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Your life in London?
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Well, who's not good?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
I would fucking put that booty on the scooty, if you know what I mean.
Any opinion about the management?
Never mind the manager.
Dr. Swansea's reserve. But I must admit, he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
He did get out of his office.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Right.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Right. Personal questions. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
See you later. Although I actually command anybody.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
So I think I've gotten a hint from you.
Why does Dr. Tippets claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippets does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. We all know what he's after. The Swooty McBooty.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Oh,
Dr. Reed, any good news
the
to
same
share?
guy.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Yeah, exactly. Is that Dr. Brannigan? Yeah, it is. Right.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since.
Bullshit.
Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess.
And you get
I bring
guns?
sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
There's a sanitary situation that you've had a room.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently.
What happened?
What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Fair enough.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Alright.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Tell me how much.
Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Personal questions?
I'd like to see your goods.
Yes,
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Mountain shotgun. How much money do I have though? No more sure amount was a payment from a soldier. Music. Right. Alright then. Investigation succeeded. Yeah, that's not that nurse.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
god, there's quite a lot of fucking people to talk to, isn't there? Like, quite a lot indeed. Who's saying that?
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Oh, there you go, Pippa.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
I don't think that's the case. You know, historical accuracy and all that.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious.
All right,
the flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Change your attitude.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Right.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
He's not giving me the
especially
dick.
Concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore.
That's weird.
But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Suppose that's true.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Man, so... Oh my god, she is scary. Is that Hermione?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I see.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I feel like she's talking shit.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
I killed them though.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Huh, she's healthy?
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Ah, okay. The film is affected by the cortisone and believes she is a vampire. You could turn her into one.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
There's so much talking, man, in this.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Defos.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Okay.
Goodbye, Milton.
Right, let's have a look around then. There's so many fucking people to talk to, but I might as well get it done.
There was ghost on every street corner.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Right.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Alright.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
You're not actually that fucking bad looking.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Alright, good talking to you.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Yeah, exactly.
A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Presence in William Bishop's
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Horcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom.
I just want to get
Without
all the
men like him,
dialogue
corruption
finished.
and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
None of you fucking speak ill of
What
anybody.
is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang then?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
They're like, you will go to hell if you do that. Oh wow, none of this is locked.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Has to be a special cross, then.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
When you get all the blood, Faye?
I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Okay, can I turn?
I cannot enter.
Oh my god, look at all these people! Oh!
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Like, look at all these fucking people! Okay.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Ah, I see.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Ah.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay. I proved my vow.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate,
Yeah,
Dr.
exactly.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Better talk to me later, bitch.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Okay.
Tell me about
I
yourself.
love the screams in the
I'm just a
background.
regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Or you could get someone to help you, maybe. Give him a few shillings on the side.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick.
Right.
Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Right.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What can you tell me about
I think I
yourself,
will ask her if
Mrs.
she's
Goswick?
that rich.
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Right.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Ah.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
Right. What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
Oh.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Yes, I know that. That is actually quite scummy.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking go talk to them. That's fucked up.
As for me.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Did I not get enough of a hint?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Maybe I need to go and talk to the other guy first.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Long later? We're on 27 October. Hello sis, how are things in the big city? Here in Bremen, things aren't so good. Seems the flu is here again. We have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Schiller, the old drinking habit from Florida? She passed away 2 days ago and her flat is already bed again. You have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which a woman died of flu just a few hours ago. Mum and Dad and Jerry Factory really find time to figure my favourite sister. My son say hello to his Auntie Pee. You should see the little burger. Already driven me mad, and Mum says you can bring a sack of the marvellous cakes next time you come back home. And your last letter you told me about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. Those jobs at the factory but wages are shit and it's as boring as the day we've had a shag. Oh, I have a new fiancé, and I'm no slut, you moral bitch, you. So if you're willing to go and quit and do something more useful than everyone did every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join that band you told me about, the Garda Priven. Something like that. Never heard of them, but if they are really like you said, some sort of bloody war, come back as soon as you can. I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mum and Dad.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Okay.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Fuck off.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
He was...
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired
Oh,
of all
alright,
this
so
shit.
that's
Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Goodbye, Milton.
Where was the question, though? Try and look around. Yeah, here we go. There's questions. What I suppose efficiency. And who am I supposed to talk? Okay. What if I go to her? Weird, because like she did give me. Maybe I need to talk to Gwyneth or something.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
No.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. I don't know then. We'll go talk to the son. Can I talk to... What is that?
It's locked.
Oh, it's locked. That's what it is right now. There's so much fucking shit to talk about.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I have nothing to say to you. Yeah, can I talk to you?
This hospital seems to
Good
be
evening,
falling
sir.
apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Fair enough.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see.
Bullshit.
Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it.
Shut up, man.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Huh.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Personal questions back.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Well, couldn't do anything for him because the game's not letting me.
Still more coming.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Attica's aversion for modern methods.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
And vampires. Vampire doctors.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Wow. Big questions, mate.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Right.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings, with desires, hopes, and fears. not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Right. So you're the nice guy
Goodbye,
between
Dr.
the two, and he's the guy that just wants to get the job done. Now he's gone. Where is he?
How long must I wait, damn it? Blaming me will not further your agenda.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh, that's not your fault.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea.
Well, it was a bomb.
I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Yeah. Okay.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Right, so... Oh, there's that dickhead.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Nah, me and you are gonna...
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Right. So I think I'll go talk to her again. Because maybe I had to... Where does she go? Oh, right here.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Right. No, she's just not talking to me.
Nurse Hawkins.
Maybe I've not gotten enough hints. What about her? Can I talk to her? Because she's like... all up into that
Good
guy.
evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I love it. Oh, there we go.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
So basically, you went shagging.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Didn't I ask that?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Ah, fuck's sake. So much talking this part.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Right. Let's have a look around then for anybody that we're not talking to. That one pisses me off because we can't chat one.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate. I cannot enter.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Wow. So I need to help you relive. But I never even talked to her. Him, I mean. Due to the vulnerability of patients, hospital is full, please go back home. Fuck off! Oh, what's this?
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you.
I see.
You see, no one has claimed your body, sir. So it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables.
I would, honestly.
I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Oh, you will forget him, though. Details. Rock steals the dead he is responsible for. Okay.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean?
Humble?
You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
I'm a real boy. I can trade for you.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so
No,
many
he feels great.
Why
about
should
it.
I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Wow, that's a really fucking...
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others.
You?
It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
I see. Do you work here alone?
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Oh, devils.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why was I watch these bodies?
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
You're just a greedy
Since you're not
guy.
afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would
That's an
enjoy
honest
immortality
answer.
as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Goodwill won't last.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
That was a really weird conversation.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
See,
You may be right, but you'll go to jail if you're caught.
If ever I have to go to jail, I'm sure I'll find a way to help people there, too.
see,
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course.
Agree with
It's
him.
just trinkets and curios, really.
I would.
But I'm sure they
If I
can
had
be
lived this
useful.
time, I would totally like fucking mug dead bodies. Sadly. Like, sadly, that is true. Oh. A negative formula needs to be analysed. The rise there, Darren, negation properties are released and used. Yeah. Oh my god, what happened? Walking?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
That was so weird.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course.
What was that?
It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Oh, that's selling.
It's locked, all right.
Right, so... Said that there was... What's this? Hideout. Okay, two merchants. Can I... Okay, so I can track... Right. Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Do about nothing. Now expect getting better, for I took care of everything. Several neighbours had told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry you used to pay first, and realise now the important thing is that you get better soon. Hospital is a good place, as I heard, despite the bad behaviour as Milton Hooks. Everyone's okay. I'll see you in clean bed as soon as possible. With fondest love. Yeah, see, I'm reading from dead bodies myself. Okay, is that giving me enough to actually confront Hooks? Because maybe the reason why I couldn't is because it was just word against word.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realized I could make a fortune.
Admit it. Nurse Hawkins is more than your lover. She's also your partner in crime.
Of course she is. How else could I tell which bed is free? I need to know that.
Have you no shame?
Don't you see the city is crumbling down? Today people are ready to pay to get a hospital bed. Tomorrow we may be fighting for food.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up.
Is there nothing I can do though? Talking about me that?
Goodbye, Milton.
Find out who's spying on film. Right. Find out who's spying, and it's not there, it's outside. It's actually further that way, if anything. 60 meters. Oh. Can use my powers now. Oh, there we go.
Steady, boys!
Oh no! They killed my body! Yeah. Stop spying on the people in the hospital then. Fucking creeps, man. Funny if she was actually a vampire. From God Command Post. Vampire to hospital serving biscuit. A few days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire. All we have is her first name, Filma. They go here and observe any special activity concerning said leech, then report back to us and they decide what action should be taken. What is that? 1,000? No, it's 100. Yeah, I think I'll just go back and talk to her about it.
So you are going to reveal all your secret afterlife. Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Daily routine.
Alright, let's go to this command post then. District Star serious. Serious, bro. Ooh. Oh no. Actually, this one's not that bad. Now I'm kind of scared. The game's talking. Yeah, okay. Oh, you have been defeated. We are no longer part of a circle of living dead. We are undead, my friend, and so we are outcasts. Alright, let's see where it starts. So if I need to talk to all those people again, I might as well just do it off screen. You can't even skip the dialogue either. It's the real fucking shit part. It said that there was an autosave feature though, so it should be still fine. It's quite a long load time. No spoken. Okay. Gameplay. No. I don't think there is a way to manually save. We'll probably just go upstairs, do whatever, and then we'll end the stream.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
True. Just go for a wee sleep, even though it's not sleeping. Shadow mist. Peace from hell. It's the blood. Increase your life regeneration bite command. Damage inflicted when using bite command. They're locked for whatever reason. Oh no! Do you want the cancel? No. Defensive? I did not know that actually, so yeah. I'm gonna cancel because I want to see that defensive command. That is no longer available. There we go. But his blood in their veins making them defenseless. That's true. Duration 5 seconds. Okay. Confirm. So I think that will do it then. Yeah, there's the autosave. Alright, we're just gonna have to hope it saves us here. So yeah, that's Vampire Part 1. I know there was a lot of talking, but I just wanted to get it all done.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
So yeah, we'll see you. What the fuck is Dragonbane? As a weapon? Okay. Yeah, so oh what? Great, it's doing that thing again. I think where it's just loading for some reason. Weird. Not as potent a taste as human soap. That will partially refill your blood bar. Oh, fly me to the moon. Okay, so yeah, I suppose it's very opportunity and privilege put Vampyr observed there. I'm intrigued. Last 10 years, when I was speed of Vampyr connected more like a mortal knows that, but the train I was spotted and can decide can quicker and immortal. Also noticed. Yeah, you know what? We'll read that shit later. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next part of this game. Bye.